It's Week 17 of the National Football League, and our focus is on this team's sure-handed wide receiver. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. This should be a good one to watch. And it comes your way next on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking the sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
Yeah, it breeds contempt.
Yeah.
These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material, but
savor them while you can, football fans. Just 2 weeks left in our regular season as we get underway in Week 17. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And they'll be led out by their fourth-year quarterback.
well, here it is, Kate. This is a weekly payoff to all the work you do behind the scenes. All those bonus reps as you stick around and try to develop that chemistry. Think Tom Brady and Deion Branch in the mid-2000s, communicating from just glances and subtle nods. That's the type of stuff they're constantly working on to give them an edge right here on game day.
And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's second down coming up. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to the air here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. So here's their offense now to take over for the first time. And it's their 5th-year quarterback leading the charge.
Well, here it is, Kate. This is a weekly payoff to all the work you do behind the scenes. All those bonus reps as you stick around and try to develop that chemistry. Think Tom Brady and Deion Branch in the mid-2000s, communicating from just glances and subtle nods. That's the type of stuff they're constantly working on to give them an edge right here on game day.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. To throw it on first down. It is cut left side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Second and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Hand off to the back. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
A gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Throwing from the gun here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Right up the gut. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They send a receiver in motion right. Back-to-back carries here. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll throw on 1st. Cut out left. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's 2nd and 7. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Design bootleg here. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play, and that'll give them a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing 3rd and long. They're throwing it. Has it downfield, working the left. And that is a touchdown. These guys go up 6-0 here in the 1st. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one right down the middle. And his guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And they may say they're not paying attention, but everybody maintaining a constant eye on the current playoff picture. A lot on the line each week for the teams that think they have what it takes to make a run in the postseason. Now a give running right. And they'll only let him get up to around the 28 before taking him down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 28. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
He has the first over the middle. And he will take this in. Touchdown. These guys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was gonna be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird in the three-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Or maybe like a Tyrese Maxey, you know, but whatever.
The kids aren't alive, I get it. And they weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did. And he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys tie this game 7-7. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And the NFL rushing title within his grasp as we enter the penultimate week. He sits atop the league in yards. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going play action. That one's complete, right side.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 32. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Rolling out to his left. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
So out now comes the punter. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Play action on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact. You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. He's got a touchdown in this game, as we see now where that helps land him among the NFL's leaders in that category. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Receiver in motion, headed right. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it'll be 2nd down. Motioning one of the tight ends. 2nd and 10 now. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one doesn't go far. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Both teams neck and neck so far. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fields this at the 19. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The rookie from Miami, they're on the stop. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing now, off play action. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. He mix it in for the touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
Extra point attempt coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys break that tie and now lead by 7. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he already has a passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Dropping back to throw. Has him on a quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with a penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for him now, following the penalty. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Completed over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They hand this one off. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out a little short of the 40. So now here's 3rd and 5. He's dropping back to throw. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
And they won't be able to return this one as it sails out of bounds. Another drive coming up for this offense. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on them. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. They go play action on 1st. Complete out to the right side. And he's tackled for a short gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw now. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They're now set for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Pass play coming here. And the 1st down pass set away by a defender, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Short pass brought in. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit. Great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
3rd down from the gun. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
And it just keeps coming, Kate. It just keeps coming. This defense relentless in this 1st half. 3rd time. Now this quarterback's got to pick himself off the turf. When they get in that locker room at halftime, it's going to be a quick one. I think the whole message is going to be, how do we protect our quarterback? Because if you can't do that, this offense can't get started.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this one is out of bounds, no return on the kick. Now this offense ready to head back out. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And he'll get it up to the 27. 2nd and 3 now. From the 27. Finds his man over the middle. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. We've hit the 2-minute warning. First and 10 from the 41. Looking for a throw here. Brought in right side. And he'll get it up to the 44. Second down now, 7 to go. He's got a man left. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. From the gun on third down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Punting unit out now. And he's going to do the honors for the fourth time today. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. This offense making its way back out now. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Back now, pressure on its way. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. He'll throw it. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 46. Finds a seam down the middle. And they take him down right along the 30. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. First and 10 now from the 30. They are throwing it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, this is one of the occasions, Kate, where this defense got to just keep chopping wood. Keep chopping wood. I know they're a little more careful about actually having axes in locker rooms anymore after injuries, but the mantra is the same. You can't look at the scoreboard nor worry about what your offense is doing. You got to keep punishing your opponent.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Ewart.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. The ball is teed up, and we're off in quarter number 3. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive of the second half. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying the handoff. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
He's going to throw this one. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with him in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense right there on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
To throw it on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. A tight end in motion now. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
He's on the move. He's running for it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. He's got it over the middle. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 23. Hauled in left side. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
Kate, I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. Defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, well, they just remind that defense, you not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well.
He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And he'll go down here at the 16. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just a yard, so now it's 2nd and goal. Throwing now from the gun. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. So now, here's 3rd and goal. And he's in for the touchdown. these guys start the second half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
They'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys tie things up at 14. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here comes their offense out again. And this is an important drive to get momentum back after that touchdown tied things up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds him on the slant. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. New set of downs for him from the 46. Play action on 1st down. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying the right side. And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. Got to figure out this 3rd down here.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch, because 6 sacks, it's hard to come by in this league.
We don't get a return out of that punt. Man, it'll be their football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Going ground here. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Searches, and it's a sack. They got there to take him down, but there was a reason for that. So we got a flag down. I think that's going to nullify the play. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Tight end in motion left. 2nd and 3. That one's cut along the left sideline. Gets it to the 15. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Blown back, it's the handoff. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Another chance at it on second and goal, still from the 5. He gets another shot here. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. It's a gain of 3. That leaves him only a yard shy on 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
I get in baseball. That 27th out, it's just different than the other 26. And these 100 yards and these inches right near the goal line, well, they're the toughest to get. And this defense, give them some credit, man. Put a gold star by that effort to hold them inches away on the previous down and then to get the sack. Game-changing kind of plays.
So now the field goal unit runs on in a very big spot. It's just a 26-yarder down the middle. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Returning it from the 4. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Airing it out to start this drive. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Here's 2nd and 5. Into traffic, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Pick up a 5 on that play. And they're going to have a first down. He'll look to throw. Fits it through the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On first down, they'll run. And a little space is all he needed to reach that 35-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
After I'd imagine dozens and dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. They'll throw it. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
As we're into the fourth quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. New series coming up following the punt. And they'll begin this possession in just a moment. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Plowing up the middle. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing from the gun here. He's got the first down grab and still going. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They go play action on 1st. Finds a man right side. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. All right, I'll set up now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions, from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down.
Automatic first down.
You hate to see this on 4th down for that defense, roughing the kicker, and now they've got a first inside the red zone. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown! They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one right down the middle. And his guys break that tie and now lead by 7. Now after After the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Back out runs their offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Throwing now on first down. They left him wide open. It's complete. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. These guys now trailed by just a point in the 4th. Now, I know that's one of his favorite routes to run, Brock, but that has got to be one of a quarterback's favorite throws to make as well, right? Drop it in over the defender and take the lid off the D for 6.
Because it is so simple. It's something that these two have done and thrown together for years and years. Maybe not to each other, but since Pop Warner. They've been running the go route. Just run right by him, and if you're even, you're leaving, and I'm going to drop it right over the top.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys bring it back to even. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Here's 2nd and 11. Short pass brought in. And that will not be enough for a first down. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. He'll look to throw it. That one's incomplete over the middle.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Escapes the pocket. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. To throw. Throwing the out route complete. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Caught quickly on the slant. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. Still one more in their pocket to use. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Back-to-back carries here. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. The defense takes its third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Going to the ground again on first. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Back to the well again. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you. Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
One final shot here. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he gets stopped right around the 45-yard line. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. What a game for our winners as we say thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.